you go. So let's first of all very quickly check your answers. I'll let you check your own. So going to more practice 1 through 12. Let's see how you did, and then I'll probably have a quiz. I mean, if you really didn't do it, you know, you need to be doing it now as we do it. But I will have a quiz to make sure that you really understand it. Girls, I need you to focus. So on this one is 1834, 1829. This is greater than. What should I add on this one? A 0. So this is, in fact, I can tell in the first two numbers, 71 is what compared to 74?
Less than.
It is less than. I need to get out of the sun here. The next one, who thinks they know, was this one smaller or larger?
Larger.
It was larger. In fact, I'm going to put maybe 2 zeros. I really only need to put 1, because the first in the front, the whole number is 0. Then I can go to the second, 09 and 01. So 09 is greater. Then on number 4, the 12 and the 12 were the same. 07 was what compared to 70?
Less than.
Less than, good job. On this one, who knows what this one was?
Equal to.
They were equal, very good. I could have dropped these 2 zeros, and then you can see that it is equal. Then the next one is, who thinks they know this one? What do you think, Karen? Greater than. In fact, I'm going to just pick up the first 3 numbers. 317, 316. 317 is greater than. Number 7, is this true or false?
True.
It is true. This next one.
I thought it was false. Yeah, I thought it was false. Yeah, false.
Hold on a second. Oh, wait. Okay, sorry. Okay, shh. Is I have to look at the symbol, and I didn't look at the symbol. This says 09 is greater than 72.
Yeah.
That is false. Then on this one, let's make sure I reread the whole thing with the inequality. So this is, I'm just going to pick up the first 2 numbers. 12 is less than 18. Is that true?
Yes.
Yes. That is true. And again, I could have also added another 0. 1205 is less than 1810. Then this one is, I'm going to pick up this one. It says 42, 42. I want to look at this. 31 is less than 30. Is that true?
It's true.
31 is less than 30? No. So in fact, I can put a 0. 310 is less than 3 or 4. No, that is false. Then let's put these in order from least to greatest. The least is the 8.097. In fact, I'm going to go 81. So it's 8.125. And the last one is 8.32. Then on the number 11, smallest one, who knows what it is?
4.31.
Excellent. In fact, I'm going to do 43. Oh, this is 14. I already know that's the biggest. And 47. So 4.314. Then the 4.76. Then the 14.9. Like this reads here, this number is less than this number, and this number is less than that number, which is now true. And then on this one, the number 12, 30s are all the same. So I'm going to go to the next 2 numbers. I can always add zeros, but sometimes I can just look at the next 2 numbers. 50, 3, and 10. Which is the smallest of those?
3.
The 3. Very good. So it's going to be the 30.037. Then the, what's the next one? The 10. Right here, the 30.104. Then the last one, 30.50. How many of you got those all right? Awesome. Very good. Yes, Adora? Yes, go ahead. And let's go ahead and go over to... Okay, sir, you're probably going to have to catch up at home because you didn't have your paper with you. So I can't wait. All right, so then let's go back to the front, see if we forgot any there. Okay. Alrighty, so it's, let's go to this number 30. Order the events from the least to the greatest. So at Jim's, this guy scored 9.6, this guy scored 10.2, and the other person scored 9.4. Which one is the least?
9.4.
Very good, so write that down. What's the next least?
9.6.
9.6, and what's the greatest?
10.2.
Okay, easy peasy. Then, on this one, it says the radii, which is the radius, goes from the center to the edge, of the first 4 planets are shown. Write a number sentence ordering the radii from the smallest to the largest. Why can you ignore the powers of 10? We can ignore the powers of 10 because aren't they all the same?
Yes.
So if they're all the same, I don't have to undo them. So we can just look at these numbers. In fact, which is the, from the smallest, which is the smallest?
The 2.4.
So let's go ahead and do that. Wow. Write a number sentence ordering the radii from the, yeah, let's just put the 2.44. That's the smallest. What's the next smallest?
3.390.
Yeah, 3.390. What's the next smallest?
6.0.
There you go. This one, 6.052. And the last one obviously is the 6.371. And then it says, write a number that goes in between these two. Then write a number that comes in between the, no. This could go on forever. We're not going to do that. We're going to do this one. Now I'm going to put down this number here, 3.1, space it apart, and put the other one way over here. Okay. Now, can I, the way it is now, can I put a number in between those? Like what would be in between? Does anybody have an idea what I could do to this number and this number so I would have a number in between? Amina, what do you think? Well, there's something that I can tack onto this. Fallon, what?
0.
A 0. Watch what happens when we tack on a 0. When I tack on a 0 here, and when I tack on a 0 here, now can I find a number in between 10 and 20?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's all you do is you tack on a 0. So in fact, we're going to do 2 numbers. So let's maybe do 23.12. Can anybody tell me another one? Fallon, what? 23.16. And there were actually a lot more. I could have gone 23.17, 23.18, 23.19. But the secret is adding a what?
0.
Adding a 0. So this is a good test question. Again, the numbers could have been anything. Okay. All right. Then on this one, so girls, you just missed this. You had to find a number in between 23.1, 23.2. So listen carefully. So you have to tack on a 0 to those, and then you can find numbers in between. That's a really important problem. Okay, I would write what's up there, but the secret was adding a 0 to those numbers. They wanted for something in between. We couldn't do it, so we tacked on a 0 and a 0. Yes, ma'am. Okay, in just a moment. Let's wait until we have you guys all working. Then let's go ahead and look at this one. Amanda's house is closer. Okay, Amanda lives 4.2 miles from the library. Amanda's house is closer to the park than the library. Use the letter D to represent the distance. I'm not quite sure what they're trying to say. We don't need, forget that one. Forget that one. We don't need that. Let me see. On this one, if the scale were only accurate to the nearest tenth of a carat, could the jeweler order diamonds by weight? He uses a scale that can weigh diamonds to the nearest tenth of a carat. He weighed 4 diamonds as this. If the scale were only accurate to the nearest tenth of a carat, could he, the jeweler, order the diamonds by weight? All right, so what they're saying is, and I need you to focus, girls. I need you to focus. What we have to do, if his scale can only do it to the nearest, hundredth. Oh, so he can he weigh all these? Isn't this 29 hundredths?
Yes.
That's 29 hundredths. I mean, that's 3 hundredths, 17 hundredths, 96 hundredths. Oh, okay, now here's the question. His scale. However, it says if the scale can only weigh to a tenth, then we would have to round these, because what would the scale see to the tenth on this one? I'm going to mark it to the tenth. What would the scale see?
1.20.
1
and 20.
Wait a second. The neighbor is a 9.
1.3.
1.3. So this one would be 1.3. Let's write down the second one. The second one to the tenth would be what?
1.1.
That's a 3. 1.0. The next one would be what? 1.2. Good job. And the next, oh no, this is interesting. So the next one would be, let me see.
1.0.
1.0, because it would be 10. So it would be 10. Well, so why couldn't he use this other scale? What happened with the first weight? I'm sorry, the second weight and the last weight? Can you tell? They're the same. But are they really the same? This one was 103 and this one. So these two, I'm going to underline it, really are not the same weight. Okay. Because originally, and we'll circle it up here, originally it was 1.03 and 0.96, where this one was larger and it doesn't show it. All right. So let's go ahead and go to what we need to do. All right. Flip it over to here.
What about 35?
Don't worry about 35. Okay. Now we're going to put this in expanded form. And I'm going to do a simplified version. So, what's the first thing that we write?
2.
2. 2 plus. In fact, what's the first thing we write on this number 2?
500 plus.
500 plus. What's the first thing we write on the number 3?
9 plus.
9 plus. Then, that 9 is in what place value? Tenths. 1 place over, 1 0 is tenths. So we're going to put 9 tenths. Plus, there's nothing in the hundredths. The next number is where? So we're going to put 0.003. 3 places over, 1, 2, 3. That's it. Okay. No, we're doing it this way. Okay, ma'am. Okay, Anina. This is how I'm going to be grading it. All right, on this one, the first one is going to be what? 5 tenths. Plus, this next one's going to be what? That's not thousands. Hundredths. So it's 2 places over. That 7 should end up 2 places over. That 9 is going to end up how many places over? 3 places over. Amina, this is the much easier way. Okay. Then, that 4 is going to be where?
In the tens.
In the 10, so 1 place over. That 5 is going to be how many places over? Connelly, I need you to listen. I need you to focus, both of you.
2.
Your eyes need to be up here. Okay. All right. It's going to be, you're right, that 5 is going to be 2 places over. Plus the
3.
1 is going to, and that's how you can do it. Even if you didn't know the place value, I can see it's 1, 2, 3 from the decimal. So it's going to be plus 1, 2, and then the 1. Then we're going to try to get these in the expanded form, which is an ugly version of the expanded form. And we're going to write it in the standard form. And we're going to try to also write the name in words. So in this one, what's that first number?
1.
10. Thank you. What's this number?
3.
3. What's 10 plus 3?
13.
So put 13. And now we're coming up to a decimal. Now, who knows what this is going to be?
4,000.
So I'm going to, okay, I'm going to trade that. 4 times that 1 was 4 thousandths. So how many zeros do we have?
2.
What?
3.
3. So that's going to be in the thousands place, 3 places over. 1, 2. Okay. Okay. So, okay, Amina, this is the answer. All right. All right, now we're going to write well, let's get this decimal and then we'll write the words. So this is, what is 7 times 1?
7.
This comes up to a decimal, so we'll wait on that one. So 7, and where's this 8 going to be?
In the tens.
In the tenths. So it's going to be 8 tenths. Do we have anything in the in the hundredths?
No.
No. The next one is going to go tenths, hundredths, thousandths. How much is going to be in the thousands?
5.
5. So 0 in the hundredths, 5 in the thousands. And we're going to skip these two. Okay. All right. So what your job is going to be, I think we finished everything in this packet.
Skip 8.
Yeah, skip 8. Okay. You're going to do, I need you to really listen to this. Let me get in the shade. Now you still have another packet with the Washington, and then you're going to finish on the back of the Washington. Somebody can show me what it is in just a second.
I have it.
Do you have it? Okay. Okay. Is it Orgo? So let me see. So, okay, so if you're at home, we're finishing the Orgo today. You should have finished the George Washington. Now, and in fact, let me keep this just for a second. So let's go to this one. And so what you're going to do is you are going to decide, is this number here, 387, less than, greater, or equal to this number?
Less than.
People, 387 is greater. So greater gets 2 dots, this one gets 1. So that's greater. Then you're going to go over here. Here's the greater symbol. You're going to circle that letter. That was problem 1. That goes in the number 1. Let me see what time it is. No, don't start doing it yet. Okay. Then, let's look at another one. Let's go to this number 5. What should I put on this one before I compare?
2 zeros.
How many? 2 zeros?
0.
Only 1, because we want 2 digits. 2 digits. So 35, we already see the 2's are the same. 35 is what compared to 30?
Less, more.
So greater. Yes, ma'am. Yes, hurry up, please. All right, so that again, we circle the O. Okay. What's that? Okay. Make it really fast. And then you'll just have to catch up. So for the number 5, you're going to write the letter O. Well, you can't make a mistake because you'll have to wait. because you're doing this. All right, so on this one, this number 13, this one is what compared to this one? Don't be fooled. It's, first of all, I can add zeros, but here's another way. 91 and 90. 91 is what compared to 90? Greater. In fact, I'm going to go ahead just so you can see this one has 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to make this one 1, 2, 3, 4. So this becomes 1,000 is greater than 999. But do you see that sometimes I can just pick up the first two numbers? 91, 90. So this one is another greater. And you're going to circle the T. And so that 13 is going to get the letter T. Where's 13? Right here. Now, go over to this. Now, this is very important. Okay. We're going to look at it's right here, 13 and the 5. Okay. Then, this is very important. You cannot put a letter here. You have to tell me the actual number. Of these three numbers, which is the smallest? Who thinks they know right away?
9.28. 9K. 9.2822. It's K.
It's the letter K. Because I'm going to do it the shortcut way. Is taking 928, I'm underlining 3 digits, 928 and 922.
Oh.
So which is the smallest?
922.
There. So you actually have to write the number. It is 9, because the least number isn't K. The least number is an actual number. 9.22822. And then I'm going to cross that off, and that 24 then gets the letter K. So that 24 gets the letter K. Now, okay, ma'am, just a second. Now we're looking for the greatest, and the greatest is one of these two. Who thinks they know which one is the greatest?
9.28. 9.282.
You're right, Diego, very good.
If you put a 0 after the 20.
If I put, in fact, this has got 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll make this 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 2,800. This is 2,822. So guess what? It is this one. So it is the 9.2822. So that 25 gets the letter O. 25 gets the letter O. Should we do another one of those?
Yes.
Okay. So let's look at. Okay. So let's look at this one. So which one is the smallest? Do a shortcut method.
7P.
It is the letter. Very good. Because I'm going to pick up 3 letters, 3 numbers. 765, 765, and 756. So 756 is the smallest. So you have to write the number 7.561. Now the greatest, oh, by the way, 22 is the letter P.
C.
The greatest is?
7.6.
Yeah, because this one has 11, and if I put a 0, this is only 10. So the greatest is that one. You are right, 7.6511. And this is my last one, and that is for the 23. It is the letter C. Okay, so there's your job, people. You are going to finish this and work on this. Now, if you could get this out just for a moment, I don't want to...
What about the skip?
Hold on a second. All right, I need to hurry up and do this really quickly, and I'm going to use her copy, and I'll leave this up here. Okay, sir, what do you need? Okay, no, have a seat in just a moment. All right, so on this one, listen carefully. I'm going to leave this up here. This, you will not be tested on this, but I'm going to do this very quickly. Round to the first digit. Listen carefully. Is this closer to 60 or 70?
70.
What?
70.
That's a 1 right next to it.
62.
No, ma'am, I'm rounding it to the first digit. Is it close to 60 or 70? 60. Okay, and so cross, let's just find the answer. You can fill in the puzzle. So that's the letter P. Don't try to fill in now. I'm rounding this to the first digit. First digit. So is this going to be a 3 or a 4? A 4, because right next to it, its neighbor is a 6. So that's going to be a 4. That's the letter E. Just put the letters right here. I'm rounding to the first digit. Is that going to be a 0.3 or a 0.4?
0.3.
0.3. Very good. So that is going to be the... You can just watch right now, and I'm going to leave this up here. That's going to be a 0.3, which is the letter T. I'm rounding to the... Watch carefully to the first digit.
6.
So is it 500 or 600?
600.
600. Good job. So that is going to be right here. It's the letter K. I'm rounding this to the first digit. Is that going to be a 700ths or 800ths? 700ths, because that's a wimpy 2. So 0.07, and that is the letter S. So just get these down. Then the first digit here, is that going to be a 7,000th or 8,000?
8,000.
Very good, Diego. Wow. And so that's going to be the letter H. And then first digit here, is that going to be a 0.4 or 0.5? 0.5. And you will not be tested on these, but I wanted to do this so you have the last part of the puzzle, and that's the letter R. Okay, people, that is your job, is to finish this and the orgo. And people at home have